Did you know that New Zealand's main export products used to be circular materials? But how sustainable is wool? And can New Zealand flax be revived?
The real value of harakeke will be that gum.
Plastic pollution has been a constant companion on our travels around the world. It disintegrates into small pieces and lasts forever. It harms animals and ends up in our food chain. Microplastics have been found in fish, cow's milk, beer, honey, even human placentas.
Lots of microplastics still in one piece.
Plastic pollution is a complex global problem. One solution is to avoid using plastic altogether. But how? History shows us that we don't have to use plastic. Nature provides materials that do not pollute. They biodegrade and become food for animals and nutrients for the soil. We find examples of such circular materials all over New Zealand.
These plants here are New Zealand flax, an indigenous plant that is very abundant.
For centuries, the Maori have been making garments, baskets and works of art with the long leaves of New Zealand flax, which they call harakeke. The European settlers used flax mills to extract fibers from the leaves. There is only one left in New Zealand. Let's visit it!
We are in the south of New Zealand, just outside Riverton, to learn more about the history of flax.
At the Flax Mill Turned Museum, Vaughan Templeton tells us that his family ran a mill to extract fibers from the New Zealand flax or harakeke leaves. He shows us the harvesting work.
So when I'm cutting this, you use the hook knife based on a sickle. Very, very hard steels. Cut out of old circular saw blades to get a steel so hard it was brittle, and they will hold their edge beautifully in a pulling action. And I'm going to cut a fan for you here. I'll cut this one here. So you cut from one side, you get your knife started, and just go one cut. Cut a whole fan in one pull. And you try and go from low to high so that you get every blade cut on an angle.
At the mill, Vaughan shows us a video of how the fibers were extracted from the leaves before being dried.
It cleans the vegetation off the tails. It doesn't cut them off, it actually cleans them to a section of apples and bars that are working, revolving in the scutcheon. And it was a very, very good product that they ended up producing.
The natural fibers were very suitable for making ropes.
That's the finished product. It's just been finished. So that's the piece that grew near the ground. And see how on the unscut stuff over here, it's got flaxy tips? Yeah, well, that's all combed out until every fibre is separated.
The rope that was spun from these fibers was strong and in demand worldwide for use in shipping and agriculture, for example, to tie bales of hay together. The fibers were also used to make mats. Rising labor costs and the arrival of plastic led to the collapse of the industry in the 1970s. That's the reason why harakeke is no longer used. It's a pity because the fibers could replace synthetic fibers. Harakeke grows everywhere, so there's plenty of raw material around. Vaughan tells us that it would help if not just the plant's fibers were used, but other parts as well, such as the gel that is in the leaves. That would make the harvest of the leaves and the processing of the fibers economically viable.
And that's the gum that comes out of flax. It's on sunburn or burns, it takes the heat out. That's the real value of harakeke will be that gum.
Oh wow.
The fibre will become the byproduct, I believe. That's where the big money will be in that gum.
While showering, we discovered that harakeke gel is used in liquid body wash from EcoStore. They were inspired by the Maori, who used the gel to heal burns, cuts and skin infections. In Auckland, we meet the EcoStore team and learn that the company specializes in natural and biodegradable personal care and cleaning products. They are ideal for use on the boat, and the team generously donates a whole range to us. We hope the use of harakeke gel will make the extraction of the fibers economically attractive, so more circular materials can be used instead of plastics.
Body wash with only natural ingredients. I love it.
New Zealand is known for another renewable and biodegradable fiber, wool. Yet wool is controversial. Land was cleared for sheep farming, turning native forests into pastures. Pastures don't absorb as much CO2 as forests and are not as biodiverse. There are also animal welfare concerns. Is there a more sustainable type of wool?
In Christchurch, we visit New Zealand Merino, the country's largest supplier of merino wool. Sales and marketing manager Tim Loftus explains that merino sheep are suited to graze in the rugged highlands, where they don't compete for land use with forests or agriculture. Through their ZQ program, the company works together with sheep farmers to produce merino wool in a more animal and nature-friendly way.
We visit another organization involved with circular materials in Christchurch, Rekindle. They run resourceful skills workshops, as Director Hannah explains.
Kia ora. Well, here at Rekindle, we run resourceful skills workshops where we teach people to make objects that are functional and useful for the well-being of people and the planet. So by resourceful, we mean we use materials that are abundantly locally available, or they might be otherwise going to become waste. So things like offcuts from industry or locally and abundantly available plants.
To see Rekindle in action, we attend one of the workshops, making felt slippers. By the end of the day, the participants not only take home wool slippers, but also a new set of skills.
New Zealand's past reveals a long tradition of using circular materials like harakeke and wool. While merino wool is well established, we believe harakeke is ready for a revival, thanks to its strong fibers and hydrating gel. Of course, all over the world, Mother Nature offers renewable materials, such as wood, cork, hemp or bamboo. These circular materials can reduce plastic pollution. Will you use them too?
Did you like this video?
And want to see more? Subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on social media, become our patron on Patreon, or subscribe to our email newsletter on our website.